And so this gets us into the sixth category. All of this obnoxious, immature, annoying, it perfectly goes into the category of a very big, profound, important way that we need to see them when they're this way. Number 36, trashy. It's an evil disease process, and you won't know this. You won't be able to feel it and see it and know it and say, well, I'm not just being prideful. It really is this way, until you're wounded by it to a certain degree. It's an evil disease process that is number 37, low life. They are low life, and they are low life by choice. Their evil disease process is by choice, low life. Low life, trashy, and negative, and limited. Now, everyone struggles maybe with negative and limited, and we grow in our mind. This is a special level of low life that includes harming people and not caring, things they've allowed. They can have the worst patterns of thinking, and this is why they're obnoxiously annoying. The worst patterns of thinking and following an evil lifestyle and thinking that it's genius. Thinking that they're cute, genius, and special for how not cute, genius, or special that it is. I guess you could say a different value system by far. For example, the pride, the getting easily caught up on emotions, building themselves into an addictive lifestyle of easily getting carried away with soap operas, easily getting carried away with a song, easily getting carried away with a movie, easily getting carried away with the emotions behind it, easily getting carried away with political idealism and false ideas, and just emotional, way too emotional and led by emotions, and no rationality, no wisdom. Low life, trashy, bad choices, bad thinking, stinking thinking, bad thinking patterns, not wise, not growing, not productive, not successful, not goal oriented, not planning, not caring, not positive ever. A lot of times, some of them are way more that way, and they're headstrong and they're willing to, step all over you to get what they want. But it can be very trashy in a lot of ways, and back to cursed. They may be stuck in it. But no one is perfect. But some people just work really hard and have for a long time to dedicate to being disciplined and disciplining their flesh and caring about others and being just a whole different, classier, better kind of a person that's not trashy. A person that sees God and appreciates God and values God and the truth instead of being trashy. And that person deserves their rewards without it being stolen, and they deserve to see themselves appropriately as someone that works hard and doesn't deserve to be stolen from. And so keep in mind that your clean, hardworking life does not deserve that. And because they'll try to catch you up on their same emotional hooks and their addictions and their lies and fake stories and traps and traps and traps. So their life choices come with oppression and number 38, negativity. And it's okay to be down to earth and be realistic. And that's not being negative. But the kind of negativity that that is the opposite of faith, hope, and charity. The negativity that very quickly thinks the worst of you and blames you and starts fights, and the immaturity and the not trying to make the best of a situation and not being mature, not hoping, not caring, not trying. It erodes everything and allows for them to keep their addictions. It comes with different traits. This trashiness comes with different traits, like number 39, stingy, and thinking that everything's limited and being stuck. Number 40, limited, and limited to them and things close to them. They can't really see you or other things in the world. They can't accept things other than the way they're thinking. And I'm not talking about supposed narrow-mindedness of seeing only the truth. I'm talking about just a certain kind of limit that's not reality-based. Low and trashy place. This is often where you see what will grow out of that. A lot of things, but number 41, the disrespect of everything and everyone, especially the ones closest to them. They especially disrespect the ones closest to them. It's easiest to do. You can't take anything they do or say personal. That's like one of the key things that Dr. Romani says a lot too, is you cannot don't worry, don't even think about or worry about, it's wasting your time and it's going to get you caught up with them. To defend yourself, to explain yourself, to excuse what you've done, or to take anything personal. Do not take anything personal, because it's always all about them and a delusion that's not even real, and it's not going to be in reality. So you're just arguing with a wall with a fence post. They disrespect you. They focus on and create the worst and tear down everything and criticize everything. I do a lot of this, of criticizing and tearing down things that's bad and evil, or things that are dysfunctional that have been planned, because we are in a unique time where there is a lot of evil. But I don't tear down everything and create the worst with everything. Like, I don't do that with the Word of God, the beauty in nature, good people, and the hopeful things we can have despite this. But these people are constantly and terribly disrespectful, and it's coming to you, and it's coming to the new supply too. Disrespect. And it's not because you're not respectable. That's where they will gaslight people and tear them down really bad, because they'll be like, oh my goodness, everybody has little things, but they'll take that little thing and turn it into, you are completely not functional, when you're perfectly functional and more than functional and more than enough. I love how Dr. Romani says, in a healthy relationship, people are overly satisfied with the boring and the mundane. In a healthy relationship, your boringness is plenty, and is more than plenty, and is welcomed and grateful. But in this narcissistic relationship, your boring, man, you will be so mistreated if you aren't some movable goalpost that's never met. But because they are the ultimate of trashy, they'll constantly horribly disrespect you and tear you down. It's the root of that is this trashy thing I'm trying to describe. So this and many other reasons are why they are 42 destructive, and they always ruin lives. That is a key phrase you need to keep in your mind. They always ruin lives. They leave the bodies in their wake. As time goes by, this makes things worse, and they're running from their snowball. And like any other addiction, it gets worse. The new supply will only get it worse than you. They always ruin lives. It's a known principle by now. The fruit is rotten. You're going to hear, well done. You're not going to be stuck with them hearing, depart from me. You'll know them by their fruits. Get away regardless of any feelings. Feelings pass. Any of their emergencies, their needs, their excuses, and they say that they're going to harm themselves. You have to wait that out, pray it out, make a plan, do what you got to do. This is the known thing. This is what they do. And this is the reason for the category number 7, number 43 on the identifier is enslaved. They are enslaved to evil, and God can deliver them, and only God. What doesn't deliver them is you coming along and feeding all of your good things into their black hole of evil that they've chosen, and they'll continue to choose, especially with your supply. When they have your supply, you're supplying their enslavement. You're supplying their downfall. You're not helping them. They're enslaved to evil. Only God can save them. Another thing that especially does not help or save them from evil is you coming along and participating in evil and starting to do evil with them. But this is why I say that all narcissists are always, number 44, addicts, because they're addicted to something. The enemy has them addicted somewhere, even if it's fantasies, feelings, craving. They're always addicted in the flesh somewhere. And I think Ross Rosenberg is the one that says that all addicts are narcissistic. But I take that further and say, I know a lot of narcissists are so obsessive, like into the cluster B, that they easily form addictions.